Had is past tense. It means that Jesus left that place of glory, that he set it aside, that he took on flesh. He did not lose his glory, but he allowed his glory to be covered by his humanity. That's what makes the transfiguration in Matthew 17, Mark 9, and Luke 9 so incredible. For a few moments, Jesus' humanity was lifted, and Peter, James, and John saw him in all of his glory, so much so that Peter didn't know what else to do. So he said, Lord, it's good that we be here. Should we build some booths so that we can stay? Peter had no interest in going back down the mountain. He had seen something on that mountain that he no interest in going back now that I've seen this. Jesus is fully divine. He is eternally divine. But for his time on earth, he was also fully human, perfect, complete, nothing lacking as God, but also nothing lacking as a man. Jesus' humility permeates all of his actions and every part of his character. And we see it in big places and we see it in small. James and John come to him and they say, Lord, someone was casting out demons in your name, but there's not with us. We stopped them. Jesus says, no, don't stop them. There's no jealousy in Jesus, right? Jesus doesn't go, that's my job. I'm supposed to get that glory. I'm supposed to preach that sermon. I'm supposed to do that miracle. Jesus says, no, don't stop anyone if they're not against us. They're with us. How jealous are we? How jealous am I? I'll just make it about me. I won't even point my finger at you. How jealous am I? I want the best seat. I want the best opportunity. I want to be thought of well. We all do, and it's got to be rooted out of us day after day after day. It's not something that happens once at an altar. It's something that if we won't confess it and acknowledge it and then deal with it day after day after day, it's something that doesn't just have a place in us, it becomes us. We don't become people with jealousy. We become jealous people, and there's such a huge difference. It's God's humility that makes him not only patient, but long-suffering. It's his humility that allows him to forgive rather than destroy, to show mercy where judgment is warranted, to pursue those who run away from him, to continue breathing life into a humanity that's been born into sin. It's his humility that causes him to hold back the defeat of his enemies, inviting them to actually become his children. It's his humility that God causes him to give himself for us, even though he deserves for us to give ourselves to him. I think the humility of God may be his most overlooked but most important aspect. This is also why pride is so often written about and warned of in the Scripture. Pride doesn't just come before a fall, it leads us away from God. Pride is the opposite of the character of Jesus. We can't be prideful and Christ-like.